It's an idea that some of you may not be ready for.
Can you see that Players Tribune article from Darius Miles? Okay, so what? I'm talking to myself now? Anyway, whatever. You see that part when he talked to Sean Kemp about dunking? It was right after the part about him almost drowning in Zoe's lake. Excuse me, Alonzo Mourning to you.
Yeah, I know who Zoe is.
Okay, Chief. Anyway, Sean told him that every time you dunk, make sure to do it hard. Because if you always dunk hard, they're gonna stop jumping and start waving.
Yeah? That sounds like some good advice.
Good advice. Good advice. That shit is horrible advice. What's the point? Just drop that blorp in and keep it moving. Goof, just look at your screen. See, just do this. Or this. They all count the same.
I see. But nah, man. Brim. This dunk kills the whole point of a dunk. The force, the sound, the visible aggression. This is what makes a dunk worth way more than it is. Way more than just the 2 points. And the excitement it generates, and the intimidation it communicates, it can swing the entire energy of the game. And that's not even to mention when the refs get involved and blow their little whistle right at the right time. Calling all those block fouls on those poor souls who just got a little too excited and got the ambition dunked out of them. You ever notice how after the whistle there's never a rush to get the play moving, to get to the free throw line? They just let the players mull around and react and watch the replay. Seriously, there is no technical reason for this other than just letting the dunk simmer. It's great, letting folks revel in one of the highest points of sports energy. None of this happens when folks just drop it in. You understand? So bam! Just take it. Just take it. That's your responsibility. Quit dodging it. That's why I hate you. Just own who you are and take responsibility. Damn, did I do that? Anything is possible. What the fuck is that though? Bag? What is this, a grab bag episode now? Oh God, what is that? Ew, what are you?
You said in your collaboration video with RustyBuckets that Dwight Howard was not a Hall of Famer. You clearly don't know basketball.
It's not even a real question. Besides, man, you need to supply some context. Where is the context? Well, shit. Okay. Listen, Bag. All I said was that this is a perfect opportunity for the Hall of Fame to get it right, to start clean. And in a perfect world, they would. That's all I'm talking about here, man, okay? They'd finally be able to draw a line and say, how you do at your worst also matters. Meaning, besides your peak years, you don't also get to be a drain or a ticking time bomb on every team just because you're not as great as you used to be. See? Be like Grant Hill. Be like Paul. Nah. Anyway, if you have 5 Hall of Fame years, you don't get to offset it with 10 franchise-wrecking years. So take that. Bam. Poof. You're out of here, you old bag. Be gone. Okay? No poof. No? All right, what else you got?
We've heard this all before and it barely worked then. Now it's just desperate.
Ah yes, this is RustyBuckets, an established NBA YouTuber. Many years ago, Rusty and the Storyteller debated the true legacy of Dwight Howard. Now it appears that Mr. Buckets has infiltrated this reality in order to exact his revenge. and bury the storyteller once and for all. Let's see how it plays out.
Alright, I'm talking to a video now, I guess. You know, as much as I do, somebody had to take that side of the argument. I was just doing my duty.
Okay, but it's not like I forced you to pick that side. You chose that one on your own account. I have the receipts.
Yeah, okay, that's true.
Yeah, your judgment overall is fucked anyway. Just flat out questionable. I mean, just look at your library here. You literally have one here about a Mountain Dew bet. Who doesn't like betting on Mountain Dew? Okay, look at this one. You said that being a bandwagon fan was not bad, and that Lonzo's tweet criticizing being bandwagon was dumb, but all you talked about was little kids who saw the game for the first time with Team USA and Michael Jordan was their bandwagon. But you did not talk about guys that are a Warriors fan since 2015, and before that they were a Miami Heat fan from 2010 to 2014. Before that a Lakers fan, before that Spurs fan, before that a Lakers fan. You didn't talk about those guys who are the true monsters and the actual bandwagon fans that are a problem, and the ones that I'm sure Lonzo was referring to. And on top of that, how many Steph Curry videos are you gonna try to slip in? We're on to you. You're basically a Steph propaganda channel. Dude, you even made a whole video about how Clyde Drexler's career was ruined by his hairline.
Easy, big fella.
No, listen. Clyde might not have been MJ, but that means his legacy was ruined? I don't think that's quite fair. Also, in this entire video, you talk about hairlines and baldness, but you never talk about how that directly correlates to Clyde Drexler's legacy being ruined. You talk about how MJ was better than him, which no duh. And you also talk about hairlines, but you never put those two together. None of the points actually lead to anything. You just felt the need to talk about hairlines for a video for some reason.
Okay. Sure, that may be technically correct. Jeez, man, you didn't have to go all in on my channel. Bruh. I thought this was gonna be some sort of lighthearted, near-death crossing over type experience, not some sort of intervention in purgatory. But okay, one thing at a time here. I'm not about to relitigate the dangers of betting due, okay? Just remember, R.I.P. Timmy. But I will talk about Clyde. And it's not just that MJ was better than Clyde. It's the fact that he existed in the MJ era and came up short or weird in every aspect. And seriously, image is everything. That's how we remember these people. And the further we get from someone's career, image is really all that's left. Things like nicknames are important, signature shots. And for his NBA career, all his style and individuality, the stuff that made him him, was forever in the shadow of MJ. And somehow everything about him became the store brand version of MJ. The Walmart brand, the Market Pantry. He was the Circle O's of the 90s. I mean, damn, even his nickname was derivative. He was Clyde the Glide. Michael's up here flying, staying in the air, Air Jordan, and he's just gliding? A little glider? A glider is inherently temporary before it crashes to the ground. Listen, nobody's gonna glide over the Atlantic. And then shit like this happens.
Well, now that's a tough one. Why would he choose a free throw dunk after Jordan has electrified the crowd with a 50? That would be tough in a judge's mind.
Just copying him. And then there's the hair. MJ was light years ahead. And again, it's not Clyde's fault. He was in an era when folks were just good with what they were. All of them just looking like they just woke up. But MJ knew it was not a good look. And Clyde, he's stuck with this. And as a result, everything in his entire career is dated. Every goddamn image of him is this old, estrogen levels on high, double Dutch leg lifting derivative ass MJ. And as for bandwagons, because you're really trying to kill me on this lazy and ineffective label here, let's settle this once and for all, because I believe I answered your question in the video. But I'll take it one step further. This guy, you know, the one who was a Warriors fan after being a Knicks fan, a Heat fan, and a Bulls fan, and a Spurs fan, I 100% wholeheartedly support that dude. Because these guys may not be the heart of the NBA fandom, but they sure the hell are the extra kidney, the spleen, the extra fat tissue, the parasitic twin, all the additional stuff that makes a thing, makes a body a body. They are all the extra stuff that's needed for a fandom to exist, okay?
Listen.
But as Rusty Buckets, someone I could even call my friend, began to take down every one of my points with craftsman-like precision, I realized something. I realized that in this reality, I can just do an inner monologue to drown him out. And number 3, there was something fishy about this entire scene. I felt like he was trying to tell me something, trying to confess something that he's been wanting to tell the world. And it was now my job to lift that burden off his shoulders, once and for all. So what did I find out? Along this journey of projection, I found out that guy you described is you, Rusty Buckets. You are the guy you were describing. See? Evidence. Bam. Bam. You may not be hiding a child, but you're hiding your bandwagon past. Take that. Ah! You got that, Rusty? 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 Rusty! Ugh. I can't win this thing anymore. All right, next. Who's got next? Bag, you got something? Okay. The season has started, and you don't seem to give a damn. Who, me? Me? Nah, Bag. I care. It just doesn't matter. I mean, look at how fickle we are in the moment. Watch this. We get juiced on the preseason, only to say that shit doesn't matter as soon as the season starts. Then when the playoffs are close, we start to dismiss all the shit we cried about during the past 7 months. All of us. All of us. Players even. They act like nothing mattered until the playoffs. And then we don't give a crap about the playoffs when the finals are over. We make a big deal about somebody winning finals MVP, whether or not they dominated the entire 3 rounds before that. There should be a playoff MVP, not a finals MVP. When you get situations like a sweep in the finals and there's no series involved. That's what we're basing it off of, especially for the place that people put finals MVP on their list of important accomplishments. Ugh. I mean, we all follow along, right? We all say shit like, the real season starts now. Nothing mattered until now. All those real and terrifically special, actual, season-long do-or-die type moments, we wash it all away. We get stuck in the moment. It keeps us blind to how much we appreciated the little menial moments before. Summer League. We like that shit. Anyway, the point is, continuing to jump on the new storylines and the news of the day clouds our appreciation. When today is the only thing that matters, and whatever is happening right now consumes most of our energy, that is when we're really lost.
You sound quite salty, but okay. Then ultimately, whose fault is it?
Alright, I don't buy this anybody's real fault here. It's all propaganda. Whether it's pumping up this guy, or plastering this rookie's face on the side of a building, or even telling us that this guy is the future of the league, and then he's constantly mad. How you gonna be mad about how people are ranking you when you haven't even played a real game yet? He's gonna make Damian Lillard's bitterness look like legitimate arguments. But you know whose fault it is? Because you ask organizations and owners specifically. They should be seen as the most unreliable narrators in this whole story-selling industry. I don't give a crap about basketball until it's said and done and on the verge of becoming history. Let me give you an example here. When Monte Ellis was traded away from the Golden State Warriors in an effort to give the team to Stephen Wardell Curry, the second, the third, we had an entire stadium of people booing. Booing that move along with the owners trying to tell us that they knew more than us. And back then, all of us were right. Everybody with a boo coming out of their mouth was right, okay? We had bought into what the league and specifically those owners, Lakeup and Goober, were telling us for years. What they paid for, giving him a $10 million contract, which back then was pretty damn big. They served this up and got somehow into our hearts. And we believed it. We believed that this guy here, Monte Ellis, was the future for years. Ever since 2006, 2007, we had been believing that he was the next step. And then they bail on it, and they're upset. These guys go on to do interviews talking about how they're gonna prove us wrong and that the fans got it wrong and should apologize for all that booing and crap. or show some class. We bought into your story. We bought into your story. So you cannot be mad at us for hanging on to some shit that you sold us. Anyway, that's why one of the many reasons I don't give a crap about basketball until it's said and done and on the verge of becoming history. That's when it's real to me. So when it comes to today's games and today's storylines,
Luka, though, leads all rookies in major offensive categories.
The guy can really rebound the ball. Hey, Trae Young made history tonight.
this ain't real. It can be fun, but it's not real. So when it's on the verge of becoming history, that's when it's real to me.
Whoa! Look, man, chill. Slow down.
Okay, I guess this is a thing we're gonna keep doing here. What are you here, to defend the owners?
Forget about the owners. Nobody's worried about them right now. As I was listening, I heard you say something about my man Trae Young. And for anybody who knows me, you know I'm not with none of that slander.
It's not slander if it's true. We don't know about that guy. We can go on and on about this all day.
I don't really have that much time. I have like 2 minutes to spare.
Ah yes, this no-watch wearing bum right here is Mojo99. And why is he here, you ask? Well, the storyteller has a secret. Though he argues fervently against the importance of the now in sports, he quietly feels ashamed that he cannot name a single member of the current draft class. This is where Mojo comes in. Storyteller watches Mojo in hopes he can absorb a forkful of the current NBA storylines, but he will never admit it, and would rather wear a bag on his head than openly embrace this path. Now let's check back in.
But what I'm trying to get at is that for a good chunk of today's generation of NBA fans, the now is what gets them going. The anticipation, the excitement, and just the thought of the NBA today and going into the future just gets my blood flying at a rapid rate, and that makes things really enjoyable. That is the whole point here. And hold up, I could have swore I saw you tweet about that show Top Chef Jr. While there are 5 preseason games going on at the time, and one of the teams that were playing were your Warriors.
Let me just say this, I completely disagree with your premise. I do not tweet about Top Chef Jr., but please continue.
Hey! Oh! What?
Chill with the attitude.
Whoa!
Look, coach, none of us new age NBA fans had the opportunity to actually analyze and watch Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Kobe Bryant, Shaq, Nash, and all the other greats in their prime. All we can do now is just look at stats which are flawed sometimes and watch dusty 40p quality footage of those guys back in the day. So with that being said, since we have the ability to indulge in all this greatness right now, why would you not want to participate in this? The game is changing at a fast rate, and it would be sort of useful to understand why certain things are the way they are now. Right now in the NBA, we probably have the most young talent around the league we've ever seen. Now, you did make a good point. I can honestly see what you mean by it's all propaganda. There is definitely some truth to that. There are plenty of people on this site who gas up certain NBA players to the max. No disrespect, Michael Zember. You're still my dude and I love your vids and all that, but yeah, that's an L. Wait, am I one of those guys on the sites? Nah, I'm not. I'm good. Trust me, I'm not one of them. But anyways, that's beside the point. The NBA matters today because it's all in the moment, and we have the ability right now to watch narratives be created and dispel them if they are false, so they won't carry on for generations upon generations. We also have the ability to watch once in a lifetime type of talent at their peak, which is something the losers of the past and the future will not be able to do. And lastly, one of my favorite parts, of course, we get to see how the young players of today's NBA careers pan out and whether or not the predictions some of us made were accurate or not. This nothing matters until it's been 3 to 5 years way of thinking is dead. There is not as much thrill and excitement when we look back at a historical moment compared to when it happened right then and there in that moment of time.
Are you done yet? Is that it? Oh no! Oh! Oh! Anybody help me? Anybody can help me?
Yes, I can help. Here we go.
What the? Why is it so dark in here now? This light is not consistent.
Huh?
Nice! I have magical powers and can remove theoretical forks in the road. And yes, I can speak telepathically. That all may seem obvious, but I do have more characteristics. I know nothing about basketball. Anything for saving your life. Thank you to address a few questions and concerns for me. Number one, has anyone ever located shaky footage? His hand with his hand emptied out during all those ball abuse ceremonies? Please hide it.
I'll try, okay? I'll try.
Number two, have you noticed how the short are nearly back?
Yeah, they are pretty damn short. To be honest, those ones back in the 90s, that shit looked inconvenient.
And finally, is it the thing towards keep going intentionally or carelessly depriving a generation of basketball fans and story writers the monumental moments of performances they deserve by benching Jeff Curry and Klay Thompson after 3 quarters, but who will never challenge the old-time records. Still in this unique era, populated by unicorns and snipers, each solo warrior record desperately relies on its qualifiers. In 3 quarters, trapped in Earth's world, with Steph drops 51, being up to 75 losing Earth. For Klay, it's 14 threes and not the 20 he had in mind.
Ball, I couldn't agree with you more.
And finally, for all the old shots that take place in the league, why doesn't the league require prediction? Players to deliberately call up and attack people in the deck. I genuinely suspect it's a strategy. The desperate and your last option. That shot was clearly advised and executed to effect. So I need you to get this done. Either get players to wear cups, or have it required that a known ball topper gets a red BT embroidered onto their jersey.
But where?
You know where.
Right, okay, I'll just get on that, along with everything else that's just continuing to delay this channel and all the videos. Listen, the people who watch these videos are already on edge with me. They think I just disappear for long stretches of time for no reason, and I come back, post some random thing. I can't keep doing that. So for that and a lot of reasons, I'll get to it, maybe. But listen, dude, I need to get out of here. This is holding me up too. How the hell can I get out of here? Do you have that magical power? Can you get me out of here, Ball?
I can't, but I know who can.
Hey, Bsolz. What's going on?
What the hell are you doing, man? Just upload on a regular schedule for once.
I'm really trying. I am. It's just a little crazy. I got 12 kids. I'm trying, man.
Hey, how about this? How about you actually respect your audience and do a part 2 for once, instead of just doing part 1s and just leaving everyone hanging?
I don't know. Sometimes I just move on to new ideas and I think the old ideas are stupid, but then people ask for the old ideas and then I'm just like,
Being a so-called Warriors fan and complaining and whining about not wanting KD anymore, it's not helping your credibility either.
Okay. I'm just being honest, man. I'm not an expert, I'm a fan. That's what we try to be, right? We try to be fans first. I am just a fan, I'm not an expert.
Yeah, we can tell you probably whined when they traded Monte Ellis instead of Stephen Curry. And the spamming everyone's accounts with your burner account is just, look man, that's not how you make friends.
Dude, it's not me. It's not me. Listen, you guys might be annoyed, but you know what? I'm scared. I'm scared. This is like some John Lennon shit, okay? So trust me, man, it is not me.
Yes, it is, and we all know it is. Yes, it is, and we all know it is. Yes,
no, listen.
Ew, slow down. This is getting crazy. I don't know what to do, man. There's no player like Manute. There's no player like Manute. Come on. Get me out of here. Get me home. No player like Manute. Leroy's got a myth.
What the hell are you doing, man?
I thought maybe this was like a Wizard of Oz type thing going on here.
Nah, man. You want to leave? Just ask.
Oh, Really? Can I get out of here?
Yeah, man. Good talking to you.
Well, yeah. You too.
Wait. One more. You said something about the Celtics, brainwashing themselves into success?
Yeah?
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, believing is the first step in achieving. Yeah. Yeah.
Then why don't you just say that instead of making everything sound like a cult or a conspiracy? It's just so dramatic for no reason.
Okay. It's actually a good point. All right. See ya. Bye. What was that?
What was that?
The door? All right. Nobody's supposed to be here. Yeah? No. No, please, no. Not again.
Not again. Not again. Not again.
Not again.